Something has been bothering me for a while. As software engineers, we can build things faster than ever. AI writes the boilerplate, AI explains the compiler errors, AI generates the tests, AI can even build entire features from a well written prompt, man. And honestly, I use AI every single day. But somewhere along the way, I realized I was spending more time prompting than thinking. Today, I am starting a journey back to first principles, and it starts with Rust. Hey everyone, I'm Shankya and welcome to SolveXSociety. I'm a software engineer by profession, and over the years, I have worked on multiple tech stacks and multiple domains. Building software has become my career, but lately I've been asking myself a different question. Am I becoming a better engineer or just becoming faster at assembling software? So these are two different things. I still remember the first time I learned programming. I was in 7th standard, the language was C. Those tiny console programs probably looked insignificant, but to me they were magic. Every time I solved a bug or I compiled something, I felt like I understood a tiny piece of how computers work. There was no pressure to ship, no deadlines, no frameworks changing every 6 months. Short to you, JavaScript. So just curiosity. And this is where Rust comes in. Rust doesn't let you pretend you understand something. It forces you to think. Ownership, borrowing, lifetimes, memory safety, concurrency. Every compiler error teaches you something about how computers actually work. I've already worked through the first 6 chapters of Rust book on my own. I've also been sharing that learning journey publicly on X and building in public and documenting what I learned. But I realized something, learning alone is great, learning with a community is even better. So this series starts from chapter 1, not because I'm starting from zero, but because I want everyone who's interested to be able to join from the beginning. I want to take some time and show you about the bigger mission. Rust is only one piece of this journey. Alongside Rust, I'm also beginning a deep dive into operating systems, because writing code is only one part of software engineering. So I want to understand how memory works, why processes exist, what threads actually do, how schedulers work, what happens when we press the run button, how networking really functions, why distributed systems behave the way they do. My goal isn't to memorize syntax, my goal is to understand computers. And if you've ever felt like tutorials only scratch the surface, then I think you'll enjoy what's coming. So a good idea of what to expect. Every episode in this series will be practical. We'll read the Rust concepts, we'll visualize them, we'll write code together, we'll make mistakes, we'll debug them, we'll understand why the compiler behaves the way it does. And whenever possible, we'll connect Rust concepts back to operating systems, networking, system design, and real software engineering. I don't just want to stick to syntax. I want us to build that intuition in depth that will bring out the best of us in this domain. One thing I promise is that this channel won't pretend I'm an expert who knows everything. You'll see the real process, the mistakes, the confusion, the debugging, the moments where something finally clicks, because I genuinely believe that's where the learning happens. If you have followed me on X, you've already seen me learning Rust in public. This YouTube series is simply the next step: longer explanations, better visuals, and more projects. And hopefully a community of people who want to become better engineers together. If this sounds like the kind of journey you've been looking for, I would love to have you here. Subscribe if you want to learn Rust from the ground up. Stick around if you want to understand operating systems, networking, distributed systems, and software architecture. Most importantly, join the conversation. Ask questions, challenge ideas, build alongside me. Because the goal isn't just to finish a Rust book, man. The goal is to become the kind of engineer who understands what's happening beneath the code. Why do we even need the code? Welcome to SolveXSociety. Let's build something worth understanding. I'll see you in chapter 1.